Monodraft aren't your usual company. We have a really young, dynamic workforce, most of which are employed from the local area, and we also have a good graduate intake each year. CoolPhase is a low-energy cooling and ventilation system designed and manufactured by Monodraft. The design of CoolPhase is as much about the aesthetics as it is the engineering behind the technology. Our R&D team are actually bigger than the production team that we have, so design and development within the R&D side is very important to us, and we have a huge amount of resource there. The R&D team use all the latest design tools in terms of software, but they also have a 3D printer which they make use of on a regular basis, and that was particularly important when it came to understanding the modular configuration of the new CoolPhase Nova system. Using the 3D printer, we could print out scale prototypes of the different modular components of CoolPhase, which enabled our engineers to really understand exactly how the system would piece together for installation. CoolPhase is an incredibly energy efficient technology. The only mechanical component of the system is the fan that's housed in the air handling unit, and that will use typically from 10 to 50 watts during sort of daytime running mode. So when we compare that to the performance of an equivalent air conditioning system, an end user can typically look at saving in the region of 90% compared to that conventional cooling approach. CoolPhase makes use of phase change material, which is an incredibly simple concept. The best way to think of this is to consider an ice cube in a glass of water. We know that the ice cube will cool that water down, but the reason it does that is that as the ice melts, it absorbs thermal energy from the water it's in, thus lowering its temperature. When we put CoolPhase into a room, the phase change material will absorb thermal energy, thus reducing the internal temperatures and offsetting the internal heat gains throughout the day. CoolPhase makes use of the difference between daytime and nighttime temperatures. So during the day, we're taking warm external air, we're passing it through the thermal batteries, which are absorbing that thermal energy and thus introducing a cooling load to the room. And during the night, we rely on the cooler nighttime temperatures to recharge that phase change material. So in this case, we're running on a higher ventilation rate, we're purging the building, we're releasing that heat that's built up during the day, but also cooling down the fabric of the building such that we can offset the temperatures the following day. We can typically condition a space to within plus or minus 3 degrees of the optimum comfort set point. So with the Nova design, we really wanted to strip things back and really soften the aesthetics of the system. We've allowed for interchangeable panels and the incorporation of LED lighting, so architects can choose to really make a green statement within their building with CoolPhase, or they can really soften the appearance and hide it away within the internal environment. With the design for the air handling unit, we include the shark fin within the air intake duct. Now this actually decreased the energy consumption of the unit by 8%. The LED lightings are a great means of communicating how much charge is left in the thermal battery, so the occupants of the building can really start to understand how this technology is working. The whole product is designed with longevity in mind. CoolPhase is an evolution in technology. It's a brand new concept and there's nothing comparable on the market.